We've been watching a number of storms over the last hour forming over north central Arkansas. They have not shown a lot of rotation. However, this one did spin up. We are not sure whether it is reaching the ground, but as Barry mentioned just a moment ago, you have to take your tornado precautions very seriously and move to a safe place, especially in the Pinnacle area, Maumelle, Roland, and eventually on up toward Mayflower as you move into southern sections of Faulkner County. So southwestern Faulkner County also under that tornado warning until 7:30.
I'm afraid, is that a debris ball showing up on radar, guys? That that might
there
be.
is something there. It's a possibility.
You don't see
this is starting to rotate a little bit more.
Yeah, it's just north of Ferndale, and if you look at this is on our 5 live Doppler radars. This is what I'm referring to. Here's Ferndale, obviously, and this is heading towards Maumelle. So whenever you see high reflectivity, where it looks like it could be hail or something, where the hook is, what that could be is debris getting pulled up into the storm via tornado. And there's Pinnacle. We probably need to take that. It's just too difficult to see anything. It's up in the clouds.
Plus, we're losing sunlight pretty rapidly.
Go the other way, guys. Go the other way if you can. You need to. Yeah, thank you, guys. There's lightning.
Yeah, a lot of lightning up on the mountain.
Yeah, and might want to pan just a little bit more to the left, right in there. Is that lightning or power flashes? I don't know, but it's probably lightning.
All right, let's go. Yeah, that's. It's going to be hard to see from that vantage point. Let's go to our VRAD storm analyst now. And as Todd talked about, this is just the latest scan that has come in, and it does show a little bit of, as he said, this storm might be picking something up just to the north of Highway 10. So Lake Maumelle, west of Pinnacle Mountain, and there are a number of developments out to the west of Ferndale, and now it'll be northwest and north, and heading up across that area around Little Italy, Natural Steps, and on toward Roland.
Yeah, this is going to go right over the Pinnacle Mountain area, right over towards Maumelle, the Morgan-Maumelle area. There's Plantation. There's Plantation. So it's a community. It's a subdivision right along the river there on the north side of the. I can't remember. It's Plantation something there. You all need to be in your safe place. You just got a few seconds right now.
Todd, storm spotters and National Weather Service meteorologists were tracking a confirmed tornado with reports of damage.
Okay.
This potentially deadly tornado located 5 miles southwest of Lake Maumelle. That's the one we're tracking.
Yeah, it's already up by Lake Maumelle, I would think, now.
So there's a tornado emergency that has just been issued by the National Weather Service.
So this is a confirmed tornado that we are tracking right now. And you can see it just to the southwest of North Point. And we can go back to our volumetric radar, or VRAD radar, and Barry has the outline of the warning. You can see it stretches all the way through northwestern Pulaski County, all the way up to Mayflower. So this is tracking in that direction. So Roland and Mayflower, you have time to move to a safe place, but the storm is moving at about 40 miles an hour and will continue to track toward the northeast at about 40.
That's a debris signature. So this storm has touched the ground. It's picked up trees in all likelihood is what we're seeing, it being pulled up into the storm, but that is a debris signature.
Let's see, if we got this on the ground, there's our Chenal high-definition camera. Guys, we need to make sure we're pointed towards Pinnacle Mountain. It's hard for me to see.
They're pointing to the northwest there.
What
so
you want to look for are power flashes, since that there's really poor visibility. But if you see flashes closer to the ground, that's an indication that there could be a tornado there. We have a confirmation of tornado. There is a tornado emergency. This is no longer Doppler radar indicated, and you need to be in your safe place. But we're watching this again. Right now, no power flashes in that area, but it should be right over Pinnacle Mountain right now.
Pinnacle Mountain's is a little bit maybe off to the east, as this, but it's going to be in that vicinity.
Right.
Maybe just northwest of there.
And so we might need to go just to the left of Pinnacle Mountain if you can, guys, just to the left of it.
Well, as they do that, let's go ahead and go back to VRAD radar. Here's the latest volumetric radar scan, and it still shows the reds and the brilliant reds and greens pretty close to the radar site there, but it's showing those together on the tiny Pinnacle community. And Roland, you're in the path of this storm.
There's Roland again, and Mayflower. Can you widen that out just a little bit, Barry? This is taking a very similar track up towards the bean fields, and then there's Vilonia. You're not under a tornado warning right now, but this is taking a very similar track to that 2011 tornado, which was just almost 3 years ago exactly. We just had the anniversary last week. Hopefully this will not stay on the ground or veer away, but this again is very close to that track where it went over the bean fields just south of Mayflower, there between Maumelle and Mayflower. That's what we're talking about. When you see this high reflectivity on radar, that's the actual tornado on the ground sucking things up off the ground, and it's going over rolling natural steps and then right across the river, and then up there it will eventually go into southern Faulkner County. But I just want to point out that this is taking a track that's very similar to the Vilonia tornado. And while you're not under a tornado warning right now, southern Faulkner County, at least the Vilonia area is not under a tornado warning, I think you need to go ahead and take your safe place. Conway, you need to get in your safe place. Conway right now, you're watching this, most likely will go south of you, but you're not immune. It'll most likely go south of you, and this heavy rain and hail will move in your vicinity. But by far, this is the most dangerous, as this is the inflow going into the storm. There's the debris ball once again, and it's just it's a bad feeling when you see something like that.
And let's Todd, just stay right there a second, and I'm going to have them take shear vision on our 5 live Doppler radars, because we're still seeing strong rotation, picking up 12,
Alarm
which
Creek.
is strong rotation with that storm.
Right, that's Polarum Creek in the Polarum area,
Roland.
and Maumelle, the Morgan Maumelle exit there. This is I-40. That's where the bean fields are located. Natural state. Don't have Brian on the phone, but let's go straight to the Brian Infinger feed. It's coming up in just a second, but we can see that trees have been stripped of their leaves. We have confirmed damage, and he's in the damage path.
Brian is right in this area,
Yeah.
and he's been tracking the storm out of the
This is on I-40.
Pulaski County area.
You can
Yeah, it
see.
looks like I-40 is shut down.
I would get reports of trees. You see how the road is blocked with cars. There's trees where you have confirmed trees that have blocked I-40. Look off to the right. You see all the damage. You see the leaves have been stripped of their foliage, and there's quite a bit of damage. This is near Mayflower right now.
This looks like it could very well be a large tornado.
Looks like vehicles got swept off the interstate. I'm not really sure about what was here at this area, but there's vehicles.
Well, we've lost the feed there too. I'm sure there's problems with people calling on cell phones. But Brian, there are vehicles that are off the interstate, correct?
There is so much debris. It's hard to even tell what was what. It looks like there was some maybe some camper trailers or something. I don't know if there was a sort of RV lot. There's some RVs that are on their side. There's people that are tossed all over the place. Clearly, there was on the interstate that. As far as the damage path, it's going to be, I would say 300 yards minimum. And houses damaged on even the outside. This was a strong tornado.
The storm is right on Vilonia. It's coming right at you again. I know that's the last thing folks in Vilonia ever want to hear, or anybody does, but this is headed exactly in an area very similar to the last one that went through there, and it's anywhere in that vicinity. You've got to get into the lowest floor of your house, the most interior part of your house, and if you have a storm shelter, get below ground if you can.
And El Paso too. We're going in, this is going to track into White County. We want far western White County. I imagine more locations near and north of Searcy will get put under a new tornado warning as this continues on the ground. If I could show you a picture on our weather graphics computer, this is near the Mayflower area, and you can see a strong, violent tornado has struck that area. This is just off of social media. We have crews en route. We already have. We showed you first pictures from our storm chaser, Brian Infinger. You see the damage. You know what it's doing. Vilonia, it's on top of you. Everybody's thinking of you right now, hoping that everybody gets through this safely. The second time, 3 years almost to the date that you were struck by an EF3 tornado. I believe it's EF2 actually. But now El Paso, we want to warn everybody between Vilonia and El Paso and White County. Let's go back to our volume. Let's go back to 5 Live. Can we go back to 5 Live? Look at this, Barry. This just continues. It's a supercell thunderstorm, and this is lagging behind a little bit in time because it's right over Vilonia.
No, it's right on Vilonia
yeah,
now,
so
I'm sure.
This is on Vilonia, and it's just when you have this bright purple area on the radar, it's picking up people's lives right now. Homes, cars, trees, and the radar is actually seeing that getting ingested into the tornado. And this is the type of situation where stuff gets sucked up off the ground, thrown, and dozens, if not hundreds of miles away, people find it. It gets sucked up into this thunderstorm and deposited elsewhere. So I can't stress this enough that everybody needs to get to a safe place in El Paso. Just got a report that says that homes in the Plantation subdivision in Plarm are destroyed. And that is confirmed that storm damage near Brush Mountain Road in Pulaski County and that Plantation division in Plarm, homes are destroyed in that area. So again, Vilonia, our thoughts are with everybody, friends and family, and now we need to start concentrating on White County, far Faulkner County, far eastern Faulkner County, and far western areas of White County. Barry?
Well, it's never a thing you want to see,
No.
this kind of thing. And let's go back to our VRAD radar, and I'm just looking at this, and it's just as ominous a picture on our VRAD as you can see, because not only is there that hook signature there, but there's also, as Todd mentioned, this has picked up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And
When was the last time Vilonia?
It was
How
almost,
long ago was that?
It was 3 years ago last
3
week.
years ago.
Yeah,
3 years ago
I
last
thought
week.
it was.
this will continue to move along, folks. The environment apparently very ripe for not weakening at all. Eventually it will, but we don't know when. This is going to be, we said earlier, there could be long-tracked tornadoes. They just didn't form. They didn't form, and then they did. But these are long-tracked tornadoes. It began in western Pulaski County, maybe far northeastern Saline County, and now it's tracked across the western part of Pulaski County into southeastern Faulkner County. It's on Vilonia, and it will now move through the rest of Faulkner County and up into western White County too.
By the way,
We're getting more pictures in of some damage from the Mayflower area, and it's devastating. This is a large tornado, folks.
We are told that on Highway 365, a person is trapped in a house in a closet. So please stay away from the area. That's another thing. A lot of people want to go see this damage. Stay away, please, because rescue workers are probably going to they're going to go door to door and check and save people. We already got reports of people being trapped in houses, and that's on Highway 365. That's just in from the from the Channel 7 newsroom. Again, Vilonia, it has passed you. It is right on top of you, moving just to the east of Vilonia now. And El Paso, I fully anticipate Searcy, El Paso, Floyd, Mount Vernon, up towards Center Hill in White County. I fully anticipate those areas to be placed under a new tornado warning